Hi, I'm Mike Szczepanik. I'm the AP Biology teacher, and I just want to go through how grades are determined in AP Biology. So what I have opened here are the quarter one learning progressions, and you can see here there's a number of ways in which certain combinations can earn certain grades. So before we really get into that, you'll notice there's this developing, MCQ advanced, 6 standards, etc. So I want to point out that that there are 6 standards. We have concept explanation, we have modeling or visual representations, questions and methods, data, representing and describing data, statistical analysis and data analysis, statistical tests, and data analysis, and argumentation. So each one of these, this is designed by the AP College Board's AP Biology, and we're going to be kind of using these throughout the year to improve on these specific scores. So we'll start with concept explanation. So during quarter one, what they're going to be expected to do on problems like free response questions is to be able to describe a biological concept and or processes using supporting information. Now, you will also notice that that's at the developing phase, and you're probably wondering, well, why are proficient and advanced blocked out? And that's a great question, and there is a good reason for it. So it's the first quarter. In the first quarter, I do not expect students to come in being able to be proficient or advanced in this science practice, or any of the science practices for that matter. So I'll bring up here quarter 4 learning progressions, and you'll notice by the 4th quarter they should be able to do these extra things. But what I've found students do is they automatically go to that advanced and start looking at the advanced and saying, okay, this is what I have to do, when really I'm only expecting them in the first quarter to be able to do this. So I don't even show them that. Second quarter, they'll see proficient. Third and fourth quarter, they'll see advanced. Okay, so the goal is to improve and to learn as we go, to not just figure something out and just stay at that level, to keep pushing forward. Okay. In addition, the multiple choice questions that are throughout there really aren't assessing one science practice or another. So we're just kind of looking at that in terms of how do they do. Are they at the beginning where they're only scoring about a little less than 25% of the multiple choice, or are they to 25 to almost 50% for developing, 50 to 75, which is proficient, and this is definitely passing the AP exam if you're at a 50, between 50 and 75, and perhaps even doing very well. So, and then the advanced, they're really up there, scoring possibly a 4 or even a 5 on the AP exam. So that is definitely an advanced. So this color code on the bottom is what they see on their AP classroom. So now, after we've looked at all of that, with those, the first quarter, to get a score of 97 or above, they have to have their 6 standards at developing and their multiple choice at advanced. To get a little bit lower than that, you can see it kind of goes on down. And you can see this on our class website, so that you can have access to this. Now, a new one will come out, like for the quarter 2, with different calculations for this. So what earned them a 97 before, I'll just bring up the 4th quarter now, for instance. You know, if they were just getting all 6 at developing, now that's only a 76 to an 80 in the 4th quarter, because they should have improved. I don't want them to just stay at that one level. I want them to continually get better. So that's how we do things. Toward the end of the quarter, I'll sit down with your son or daughter, and we will talk about where they are on these standards. So you probably saw on Infinite Campus some of these quote-unquote things pop up in the scores, and they have things like developing and proficient, or no proficiency, only for multiple choice, but beginning or developing, or perhaps even no evidence. So that would mean that, you know, they're at us. I'm going to bring up this. So not enough evidence. They didn't give me enough evidence for that. Beginning, they're starting to list concepts, but they're not really fully describing them. And so they're working on it, and it's a continual process to get better and better at this. At any time, a student may reassess on any of these learning goals. So that usually involves sitting down with me and going over how they did on that quiz or that assessment, and us talking about what it is that they were missing and what they need to do to improve. Oftentimes what I'll do is I'll send them home with something to work on. Maybe watch this video or read this text based on the conversation and how I feel they're doing on this. And the goal is to then just to learn that information and then come back and reassess. Now the assessment will be different than what it was before. So that goal is to improve, reassess. A grade at any point is a temporary grade. It is not the final end-all be-all. I tell them it's where you are right now. It's not where you're going to be by the end of the quarter. So hopefully that helps explain how grades are done in this class. Thanks.